So you've been going strong, you've been nailing your workouts, you've had some great progress with your weight loss, and then all of a sudden you've hit that dreaded plateau. You've just hit the wall and you are not losing, or you're losing just, half a pound a week, and it's starting to get to you and you are just stuck in a rut and you do not know what to do. Well, this is where zigzagging your caloric intake can really help boost that metabolism. Now, what is zigzagging? It's actually a very powerful tool to use when you hit a weight loss plateau, because what it essentially does is kind of shocks your metabolism and shocks your body and kind of gives you that jump start to keep continuing to lose. So this is how it works. 2 to 3 days a week, you are going to be sticking to the same calories you've been consuming. Now, for most of you doing the 21-day fix, that usually means you're in that first bracket between 12 and 1,500 calories. So 2 to 3 days a week, you're going to stay at that caloric range. The rest of the week, the next 4 to 5 days, I want you to actually increase your calories to the next bracket between 2 and 500. Now, if you're consuming a higher number of calories, if you're a more active person or just a bigger person, and you're upwards of 1,700 and more, then you may want to actually decrease your calories by 2 to 500. So the rule of thumb is, keep 3 days the same and change 4 days. So your body will know if it's a good idea by the switch up, by how you actually respond to your workouts. So you'll either feel, better during your workouts, or you'll feel worse. If you're really struggling and, you just can't make it through, or you just can't keep up like you normally do, then we know that we actually need to make some adjustments. Or let's say, you've bumped up your calories and you are just like hitting those workouts, and you feel energized and you feel like it's the best one you've ever done, and you feel like you can just go nail another one right after that one, then we know that we're heading in the right directions. So what you're going to do is continue to zigzag those calories until you reach that sweet spot, so to speak, and you feel like you're performing at your best. Every workout, you feel like you're just, you've given it 100% and you feel good about it. So how do we actually add or subtract these calories? Well, obviously the bigger and more active you are, the bigger number of calories you should be adding or subtracting. So that's usually between 2 to 500 calories. Or if you're doing the 21-day fix, you're going to bump up a bracket or you're going to bump down a bracket. Like I said, if you're at the lower end of, if you're at the first bracket, or at the lower end of your calorie range between 12 and 1,500, you're going to want to bump up, because you're really not going to want to go below 1,200, because then we're going to stall out your metabolism. So, zigzagging is a great way to boost your metabolism. So pay attention to your workouts and keep zigzagging until, like I said, you're nailing those workouts and you're just feeling good and you're feeling energized and you're able to tackle your day without, succumbing to, those afternoon, it just hits you like a wall and you just need to take a nap. If you are, having a good amount of energy throughout the day, then we know that you're in the right caloric range. So, when your workouts are feeling good and you feel like you're in a good place, your body will actually respond by raising your metabolism to handle the stress, and thus losing weight will become easier. So how does it work? Well, let's say you're in the first bracket, you're eating between 12 to 1,500 calories a day, and your weight loss has started to level off, and that's because you've become fitter, you've become leaner, you've become stronger. You've changed your body composition than you were before. So you've actually increased your metabolism, and that's the whole goal of what we've been doing. So that's a great thing. but you just, you feel good and, you feel fitter, but you're just not getting any results with that. And that can be super frustrating. And when I tell people about zigzagging, they always kind of think I'm taking crazy pills when I tell them that, hey, maybe we should bump up your calories, because that just goes against everything you're thinking. But actually, in order to continue to lose, you need to eat more, because those 12 to 1500 calories isn't enough for you anymore. And your body is reacting by actually slowing down your metabolism or going into starvation mode. So, you've had a good run, but you have to fuel that fire some more. You're just going to have to require, more wood on that fire. So here's the key. You want to feel energized, but you don't want to feel hungry, and you don't want to feel too full. So after a week or two of kind of adjusting things, bump up your calories to, the next 2 to 500. So for most of you, that's going to be going from the low range between 12 and 15 to maybe 15 to 1800 calories for 4 days. And then for those 3 days, go for the 12 to 1500 calories. If you're starving on those low days, or, you're having a hard time getting through your workouts, try bumping up and seeing how you feel. And you can tell if you're eating too many calories when you begin to feel full and you feel more lethargic, especially at the beginning of your workouts. And it's the same kind of effect, if you're eating too much as you get on Thanksgiving Day. Most of us, we eat a big meal, and, when you're done eating, all you want to do is just fall asleep on the couch. Well, most people think that's from tryptophan from the turkey, but actually, I actually just saw Mythbusters did a thing on this. It's actually from just an overload of calories. Your body has so much food to digest. It is taking all of its energy in order to do that, and it's just zapped you of yours. So if you are at this moment where you are just frustrated because you feel like you are working hard, you've increased your workouts, you've increased your weight, and you're not getting anywhere, then that's where we need to really adjust your calories and look at where we need to make some improvements. So don't be afraid to add those extra calories, but make sure you make them healthy calories. That doesn't mean that you can have that bowl of ice cream. It simply means you need to increase those calories with lean meats, protein, and vegetables. You want to make them healthy calories. Make them count. All right, I hope this helps, and I hope it takes away that myth that actually eating can help you lose weight. Eating is good for you, so embrace it and be excited that you're at this moment, that you can actually increase how much food you eat. All right, I hope this helps.